While Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis claim to be working on making a fight, a pro has revealed why the fight won't happen. Eddie Hearn has been talking about how hard it's been to try to set up negotiations, and he's prepared to throw a lot of money at Gervonta Davis. Eddie stated, "We've got some massive offers for Gervonta Davis, but if he doesn't want the fight, there's not a lot we can do. I want to make an offer of probably more than $20 million, but unfortunately, they don't want to have the conversation. Boxing is such a mad business where people listen to people. Devin next year could fight Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and Gervonta Davis, and he would fight all of them. But someone wants $50 million, someone wants $20 million. Leonard Ellerby, on the other hand, doesn't think that Eddie Hearn will be involved with negotiations if the fight ends up happening. Leonard stated, "One thing for certain, if Tank decides he wants to fight in Saudi, Tank will deal directly and he damn sure won't have anything to do with it. Just like Hearn tried to insert himself in the Ryan fight. You see how that played out. Also, if Tank and Haney fight, the offer will come from Tank on his terms and it will be made directly to them and he won't have anything to do with it. That's for sure. Hearn tried to insert himself in Tank and Ryan. It ain't never happening, buddy. Can't offer Tank shit. If Tank wants to fight there, he'll do it directly. The would somebody need him to be in the middle of it for?" Sean Porter does think that the fight will happen eventually, and he believes that Devin will face Gervonta before he thinks about Shakur Stevenson.
Kerr and Devin, or does Devin move up? I think they're gonna fuss a lot about this Tank fight. They're gonna try to make this Tank fight happen. I don't think they're really looking at Shakur. I think that's crazy. I think they're gonna try to fuss and get this Tank fight. I think they're gonna try to get it at a catch weight, unless they feel like, hey, Devin, this is gonna be your last fight, 135. We're gonna push it. We're gonna make it happen. But I think it's going to be a lot of commotion trying to make that Tank fight.
I don't think...
Rashad Holloway doesn't believe that Gervonta has confidence in himself.
I'll tell you some real shit. I don't think Tank believes in himself. And I'm going to say this, and whoever's listening to it and don't agree, go back and look at the Ryan Garcia fight. Tank has not fought the top-level fighters.
At all.
Yeah, he's getting the big money.
Yeah.
But the great fighters want to fight the top-level guys. Devin's been calling all of them out from day one. What I'm going to say from Tank, this is what I truly believe. When you made Ryan Garcia have a weight clause in the contract, to me, that showed me that you wanted an advantage. And I get it, everybody wants an advantage. But a confident fighter that knows it, Devin didn't ask for that from Regis.
Especially when you fought at 140 already and you didn't give him a weight clause. Mario Barrios is at 147, the champion 100%. Right now. You fought him at 140 and didn't do that to him.
He gave him a weight clause. And then when he beat Ryan Garcia, I saw him get more excited after he won than I ever saw him in a fight. And on top of that, he said it's a 50-50 fight. I put all three of those together. The way I saw him act after that win, I'm like, part of him didn't believe he could win this fight.
Tim Bradley thinks that Gervonta Davis will be exposed if he faces certain fighters in the ring. Tim stated, "Tank is going to get exposed soon. If he gets in there with the right guy like Shakur Stevenson, he's going to get exposed. I'm noticing a pattern with a lot of the PBC fighters. Inactivity is one of them. When they do get in there with a live dog and they get hit in the face, they all bow out. A lot of the guys do. There's levels to this game. I remember seeing him fight against Isaac Cruz. I saw a different wrinkle with him in that he boxed, but I also saw that he didn't like the toughness that Cruz brought. He didn't like that heat. I know he had a hurt hand and whatever, so that could be part of it too, but I could just tell. Body language. Me being a fighter my entire life, I could see certain intangibles, and I see that with Tank. Floyd Mayweather didn't think that Devin Haney should worry about fighting Gervonta, and he sees Shakur Stevenson being a more appropriate target. Floyd stated, "Shakur Stevenson is a hell of a fighter, and Devin Haney is a hell of a fighter. If Top Rank has Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, then they need to fight each other. Don't worry about Tank." Calvin Ford thinks that Bill Haney should be more worried about Devin's future instead of worrying about Gervonta or a fight with him. Calvin stated, "Listen, if I can get $100 every time he mentions my name or Tank's name, I'll be a billionaire. Right now, your son, Devin, is at the top of his game. Mention your son's name. If that's going to give give you the egos to make you think you can win the fight or talk your way into the fight. That fight is going to happen one day. Just keep doing what you're doing. My concern is that if the fight happens, where is it going to be at? How much money is involved? And what's the weight going to be at? That's it. These are the 3 things you have to iron out. I'm not going to pay you and put you on if you're being disrespectful. Showbiz the adult doesn't think that Gervonta has any plans on fighting Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson.
Tank ain't gonna fight Shakur or Devin Haney unless there's a rehydration clause. Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't know you, but I'm a big fan of yours. All right, with all that said, Shakur Stevenson, I know he just moved up, but he's bigger than Tank. So he's going to get a rehydration clause, and Devin Haney definitely gets a rehydration clause. And I don't think Devin Haney should even consider, and he said he won't, but I just want to double it up. You're undisputed if you beat Lomachenko. Don't think about a rehydration shit.
Shakur Stevenson seems to have more faith in a fight with Gervonta happening than Devin Haney. Shakur stated, "You can say that they've been talking about it for years, but I just had one fight at 135. I've been at 130 and those guys have been at 135. You can't place no blame on me because I haven't been in this division. Nah, I've got a lot more faith in the Tank fight happening before Devin. I think Tank is competitive, and deep down inside, he wants to prove to the world that he wants to beat me, and I want to prove that I beat him. I feel like he'll fight me. With Devin, I disagree with you when you say he's going to go up to 147. I think he's going to be at 140 for a long time. Even if he got bigger and the weight was hard to make, he wouldn't want to fight those dudes at 147. Stephen A. Smith doesn't think that Devin should try and fight Gervonta.
And I see Gervonta Davis. And I look at Haney and I'm like this. You want to stay away from that, brother. Because Haney gets hit too much. And you can't do that against Tank Davis. You can't do it.
There were talks about Teofimo Lopez trying to set up a fight with Gervonta Davis, but he believes that Gervonta Davis and his team have their own plan on when and who he'll fight. Teofimo stated, "The reason why the Gervonta Davis fight won't happen is obviously they have their plan of what they're going to do with Tank. It works. Good system. He doesn't have to go above the B level. He doesn't have to go below the B level. He stays right there." Paulie Malignaggi agreed with Lopez, and he stated, "You talk about Gervonta fighting B and C level fighters and avoiding the A level fighters. I agree. PBC and Mayweather Promotions have a plan for him being a star, beating B and C level fighters, and they're not going to fight you. I don't expect him to fight you, and I don't expect Devin Haney to fight you. They're on their plan. What I'm saying is they're on their plan, but it's not on the sport's plan. The sport as a whole has guys coming behind us that also need to make money. We need the sport to thrive and keep making money, but everybody else is just about themselves. I don't see these guys coming to see you to realistically make a fight." Stephen Edwards really doesn't think that Gervonta and Devin will fight each other due to a mismatch in size. Stephen stated, "I don't think Devin and Tank are going to fight, so I'm not even going to discuss that. I think it's too much weight that separates them. I know it's only one division, but Devin rehydrated pretty significantly for his fight with Regis Prograis. I know it's not his fault, as he did within the rules, but I just don't see that fight happening. Both guys are going to be dictating too much. Devin isn't going to fight Tank at 135, and I don't think Tank is going to fight him at 140, so I don't think the fight is going to happen. So everybody's all arguing and stuff, but I don't think it's even worth talking about because I don't think they're going to fight. I think they're going to go their separate ways." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.